Welcome to another episode of Cyrils Brettspiele. My name is Nils and today we are talking about Hop, Hop, Hop. Hop is a game where the whole entire realm in the skies will be discovered by the players. Sounds cool? Well, the story is at least unique in my opinion. Sounds a little bit like Up, the movie, and Hop and Up. Yeah, you got it. Anyway, this is a game from Passport Game Studios and FunForge, and let's take a look inside. And as you can see, if you see my hand, the box is gigantic. It's awful thick, the box, and when you open the box, you see beautiful, I repeat it again for you, beautiful components. This pre-painted miniatures in here, I will try to get one out with one hand. It's not as easy as it looks like. They are popped in. Give me a second. So they are usually popped in. Then please take a look at these pre-painted miniatures. Is he looking cool? Take a look at his Chuck shoes. Isn't he cool? Oh, zooming in focus. And all of that is inside the box. You have 6 of them, and I will bring out all of them right now for you. First of all, we have Emma. Emma is a cool bubble gum popping girl with a guitar. And as you can see, she is popping the bubble gum. Emma here with the guitar. Isn't she cute? That is Emma. Another one is Charlie, the guy with the microphone and the hat. We already saw Charlie, and please notice the bow here on his head. Very, very cool. Zoe the girl with the red hair and the skateboard. Very fancy. Let's take a closer look to Zoe, and she really has almost orange hair. She has a little bit of a problem with her teeth. She's standing on the skateboard. Doesn't that look cool? I don't know. Elliot is a basketball star, and as you can see and imagine, the hand up here is not the hand the miniature has it, but it's clearly who is that character Elliot here. Tom has his propeller on his head and the glasses and is standing in clouds and he's playing with a little robot. Let's take a look who is Tom in real life. He has his iPad or whatever in his hand, and he is having the propeller and the glasses on his head. And last but not least, Lily. Lily is a little dreaming girl with a dot, and as you can see, she has a kitty cat. She has a kitty cat here, the dot, and yeah, she's dreaming and looking cute. Wow, outstanding these miniatures, or isn't it? But there's more in it. So then you have this rainbow tokens. It's a little bit of massive foam, so it's a little bit of flexible. I explain it why in a second. You have large cards here. All of that pops out very easy. 50 large cards. So you have some other tokens in here. So these are called balloon tokens, and these are either dove or cloud or crow tokens here. Dove or crows. Then you have this cloud tokens. They have numbers on the back, and you have these tokens here that are bat tokens, either smile or growl. I will bring it a little bit to the table and show you, because there's one more thing. I will try to show you what's underneath here, and that is really clever. It's just a plastic insert here, and underneath this plastic insert you have a whole nother layer, and I will prepare that for you, and you can see and watch what will grow on my table right now. This is now how the game and the table looks like when you play with 6 players. You have this gigantic cool cloud city in the middle of the table, surrounded by the actual clouds, the doves and the crows. Each player has his own player board and his figure on this cloud city. You assemble this cloud city, and as you can see, the creator thought about everything. They also have a cap on here, which is actually a game piece, so it makes sense in the game. Let's take a look what a player has. A player has his own player character, in this case Glitty. You have 5 balloon tokens, and you have 1 bad token with a bad side, so sour loser. Or yeah, smiling cloud for winning the game. Actually, the game is easy. So on your turn, you flip over one of these hop cards. However, the active player, is the so-called hurler. He is doing nothing else than throwing this rainbow. He picks one soooooo. The soooooo is the guy who has to catch this rainbow. He doesn't have to catch the rainbow as I'm doing it right now. He has to catch it with his index finger. And when he catches it like this, his elbow must be on the table. So his elbow must be on the table exactly in the minute where the hurler is throwing the rainbow. However, when the rainbow is in the air, you are allowed to lift your elbow up from the table and try to catch the rainbow like this. Sounds super easy, but it is actually super hard because the flying abilities of this rainbow, this is completely unbalanced. This foam is really hard to throw and to catch. Now you know there's one player, the active player, in this case Elliot, and he is the hurler or thrower. Then Lily probably was his number 1 choice to catch, or the soooooo. The thrower, the hurler, has to pick up a card, and these cards give you some instructions like this. The frog. You have a beautiful cute little picture and a text. The soooooo must crouch like a frog. In this case, you have to make this position. There are other funny things in it, like this here, this mime. You must stare a turbulator in the eyes without blinking until you throw. So, and a turbulator is someone who's just trying to unsuccessfully making the throw. So he's trying to make turbulences so that you cannot catch it or not throw it. You also have this one here, for an example. I just put a couple of examples around. Place a rainbow on the edge of the table like this, and then try to flick it like in a bar. Probably you have done that in a bar with a tap in the past. The ladder, you must stand on a chair, and all these things can happen in hop. The koala, that is one of my favorites. You must lay your head on the table and pretend to sleep, obviously. So what happens if you catch it? If the soooooo catch that, you simply hop up 1 level. In this case, it was this character here. It was Elliot, and he is going from level 2 to level 3. At the end of the game, each of these levels is worth 1 point. If you're going from level 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 and maybe to 7. The guy who's screwing us is taking one of these clouds out of the ring. He is simply taking this cloud and place that on his character. This cloud can be a 0, 1 or 2. And these are also additional points. So at the end of the game, this is 5 points because he's staying right now here, Tom, at 5. And if he has 2 clouds, one with a 1 and one with a 2, he has an additional score of 8. Or the other persons who are not involved, and everybody's involved if he is a turbulator or someone who should support that, and someone who supports that is a so-called assister. If you're not an assister, a turbulator, a soooooo, or the hurler, you can vote if it's a fail or a success. Whenever you vote correct, you get a white dove. If you guess incorrect, you get a crow. Whenever you have 3 doves, simply discard them back into the air here and climb up another step from 1 to 2. If you have 3 crows, give up one of your balloons. You only start with 5 balloons. When you have an unsuccessful throw, you simply give up another balloon as well. The turbulator always, when he makes his good job, he's taking a cloud. If he's making an unsuccessful job, he gets nothing, and so on. The game is over when one player is running out of his 5 balloons, so either 5 bad throws or just bad voting, or when someone is climbing up on level 7. Then you simply add your points. Each level you climbed up is worth 1 point. Add the points from these clouds here, in this case 3 additional points, and whoever has the most points is the winner of Hop. He discovered this new complete civilization in the clouds perfectly and will crown the winner of this dexterity game. As always, in a nutshell, I will talk to you about my personal experiences with Hop. First of all, I have to admit, every time you open this box, everybody is saying, wow, what a beautiful game, what a beautiful component set. Wow, even this token, they are super thick. They are really, really good. The player boards, they have nothing to do in the game except for showing you your character. They are massive. That's not just paper, that is thick cardboard. Wow, this rainbow. By the way, the game comes with a spare rainbow if you lose one. That's also a cool idea. And this pre-painted miniatures. Gigantic, cool, wow. On the other hand, it's a dexterity game, a fun dexterity game with a strong enough theme, but not outstanding. It's cool, but it's not the best dexterity game ever in the world. It looks fantastic on the table, it looks gorgeous, and you will have a lot of fun if you like dexterity games. I can promise you that. I mean, laying down your head on the table, if you're playing with the right group, everybody's laughing. That is one of the things you will definitely like on Hop. On the other hand, it's a dexterity game, and maybe you are like me. In some specific groups, you can play games like this, like Hop, for let's say 20 minutes, 30 minutes in a row, and then you will play something more Euro stylish, something heavier, and things like that. So then you put that game to a side. And honestly, there are a couple of dexterity games out there you can pick from. Most of them are not as beautiful as Hop, I have to admit, but some of them are cool. And the price point on Hop is pretty high, comparable to other dexterity games. I know there's Flick 'em Up and Junkyard from Pretzel games out there, and they are expensive too. So there are a significant number of cool games that have cool components, but when you go down to the core of the game, it's not as heavy as other Euro, obviously. It's a dexterity game and not a Euro. So therefore, you could and think about factor in the price point, the high price point on these cool games. But what you get for it is outstanding. These minis, wow, easily in the top 5 of the year 2016 for the coolest components. But again, it's a dexterity game, and it's completely up to you if you like or not dexterity games. If you and your group likes and love dexterity games, you highly should consider to buy Hop. The game in the clouds, the whole new world up in the sky. You should think about if that dexterity game is the right game for your next board game evening, where you wanted to have a little filler or a starter, and everybody should be a little bit active and jump around or jump into the clouds. If a dexterity game is nothing for you, obviously Hop is not the right choice for you. But otherwise, if you like dexterity games, please try Hop and figure out if you like this cute little minis and if you like Hop from Passport Games and Funforge. My name is Nils, Cyrils Brettspiele, and this was another In a Nutshell. See you next time, and then we will have a different game, I promise. See you. Bye bye. And finally, the last impressions of these cool components. Bye.